I just got back a comic from CGC from one of their signature signing events. It was a book that had previously been signed and graded, and I had a 9.8 on it. Well, with the new signature and the new grading, did I keep that grade? Well, let's open this box and find out. Welcome back, comic book fans. This is Rusty again from Collector Auctions, and in today's episode, we're going to open this box up right here. I've got one comic that I sent into a signature signing event held by CGC for the artist Jenny Frison. She is known for all these wonderful covers that she's done, but there was one book in particular that I wanted to get signed, and that's the only one that I sent in. But what makes this special today is this comic right here is a book that I had previously sent in for a different signing by the interior artist and the writer of the book. So we're going to open up this box. We'll talk about the creators and we'll get into it and just have a good old time. It's going to be a short video today since it's only the one book. But before I open this box up, definitely hit that like button, slap the subscribe, and click on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my great episodes every Monday and Friday at 10 a.m. Alright guys, let me go find the knife and we'll get into this box. Alright, so here is the box. Found the knife. Let's get into this and I'll show you off this great book. Now, this is a book that I picked up down in Charlotte at Heroes Con, not this year but last year, and prices were a lot higher back then, and its value in this book has gone down. And that's one thing that I realized just as I'm filming this, that I don't have values for this. That would have been good to look up. Maybe what I'll do, if I think about it, is I will add a little bit of extra to this video by going and looking up the value and filming that afterwards. But right now, we're just going to do the unboxing, and hopefully, like I said, we'll keep that 9.8. This is a great comic. It is very popular. Again, the value in these things have dropped. I think I ended up spending about $200 on this copy of this book at the time. It was an immaculate copy. I was really happy that I got that 9.8, and I had sent it in to a signing down at CGC earlier this year, I think it was earlier this year, and it was from the writer and the artist on this. But I had always wanted to send in to Jenny Frison, who did the cover for this. It was one of the variant covers for this particular book. And as I'm opening this, as you can see, we've got a nice literature style box right here, and bubble wrap, and the one book, and another rubber band for the collection. There's the invoice. Oops, and before I mistakenly look at the grade, let's pull the cardboard away, and I'll stop trying to look at it as I'm opening this so you guys can see if we retained that 9.8. But without further ado, let me show you the book. And you guys should instantly recognize this as Something Skilling to Children #1. This is which one is it? It's the Unlocked Retailer edition, and this is the Jenny Frison cover. And let me tell you guys, I didn't pick up on Something Skilling to Children initially, and it was only afterwards, after we got up into issues 5 and 6, and I saw some of the back issues, and I saw this cover, and I'm going, this is the cover that actually got me into the book. It wasn't any of the hype anyplace else, really. It was this cover, and I'm going, oh my goodness, what is this cover? And it made me want to pick up this book and start collecting the series. So earlier this year, I had taken this copy of this book. Now, this is a book, like I said, I had bought down at Heroes Con back in 2022. I had spent about $200 on this book. And at the time, that was a pretty good price for this particular book in this condition. And the whole idea was to get it graded, hopefully get that 9.8, and then to do a resale. But, well, was it really to resell? Well, what happened was there came along a James Tynion signing with Werther Dara, excuse me, I mispronounced that. And I sent this book in, and I got their signatures up here at your top. And I was really happy with it. I got that 9.8. And it's funny, I was talking with a vendor at one of my local shows. He does a ton of shows. In fact, he's done Heroes Con. He does all the local ones here in the Baltimore and Pennsylvania area. And he also does C2E2. And we were talking about this book, and he turned around and he pulls this book from, it was kind of hidden in the back of his display stand, but he had the signed version of this, graded 9.8, with only Jenny Frison. I mean, he needed the other two if he was going to get all three on there. And I was like, okay, this is great. We need to marry our two books together here. And I had intended at the time when New York Comic Con had announced its artist, Jenny Frison was going to be up there, and I was about ready to send this book into Captured Collectibles to facilitate them to take my graded book of this up to New York and get Jenny Frison to sign. And I've had some hesitation about doing this. I think it's a lot of extra steps, plus I still had to go to CGC. A lot of extra handling had to be involved, and I wasn't too sure about it. And before I really had to make up my mind, CGC announces that they're going to do a Jenny Frison signing this fall. And I'm going, okay, hands down, no question, it's going directly to them. And that was great. Absolutely fantastic. And this is the book I wanted to get signed. Even though I love a lot of the other work that she does, including a ton of those Catwoman covers, they're all very nice and everything. But this is the only piece of artwork that actually moved me to go buy that book, or to do something more than just buy it and throw it into a box. And I'm going, okay, I don't need anything else signed. Let's just go with the one book. So it's a one book opening today. Let's go ahead and do the reveal and see if we kept that 9.8. Yes. That is awesome. Let's take a look. I haven't even taken a look at the signature. Oh, it was a little hard to see on the camera there, but she signed it right there. Can you see that? So we got Tinian and Deladera up there. We got Jenny Frison there. So there you go, guys. I've got 9.8 on this book. It's a keeper book. It's a good value book. I know I valued this when I sent it to CGG with these signatures. And like I said, I'll have to look it up, and maybe I'll come back. If it's different than what I'm going to say right now, I'll come back and add a little bit extra to this video, and you'll see another clip in a little bit. But my value on this, I kind of valued this as about a $400. I remember I put a insurance value on what I thought this would be if it kept a 9.8 and still had all three signatures, just in case something happened. And I valued it about $400. Now, if that's different, I'll come back and I'll add a little bit extra right after this. I filmed this right here. But for the PC, I'm so happy. Kind of wish I had done a couple of these, because I would love to be able to have one for myself and one to sell, but these signings aren't cheap. And every time, it would have been nice if you'd had all three of them there together. That fee probably would have been a lot less than having to send this in twice, have them grade it twice, order fees twice, things like that, shipping fees twice and all that. But it is what it is, and I am so happy to have this. I can't wait to tell my buddy who's the comic dealer, like I was talking about, to tell him that I finally got this with all three. I don't know how many of these are out there in a census, but I'll be interesting. I'll take a look and see if I can see how many more with all three creators are on here. But that's it, guys. Short video for today. I'd be real interested to find out if you guys had actually sent anything into the same signing. And if you wanted to get something from Jenny Frison signed, what would you send in? What did you send anything in? And if you wanted to, what would you have sent in? This is my favorite piece of Jenny Frison artwork. But again, I was a big fan of a lot of those Catwoman issues. I picked them up strictly just for the covers. And I know there's a lot of other great things. I know that she did a beautiful cover for, it was a variant cover of Third Eye Comics for The Me You Love in the Dark. I loved that cover. That was a fantastic cover, but it didn't move me to actually get it and send it in. This was the only one. So guys, just leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of this, and then let me know if you would actually send in anything for the signing, or what are some of your favorite covers from Jenny Frison. I'd be curious to find out. And if you're ever interested in any of the books, even this, if you're interested in this and you want to make an offer, now I'm going to tell you it's going to take a lot because to get this out of my hands now, but definitely just reach out to me at collectorauctions@yahoo.com or DM me on Instagram. You can also check out what I currently have for sale on eBay. You're not going to find this on there, or on my Shortbots page. You're not going to find that there either. I'm not putting it up for sale. I'm going to keep this one. But I do have a lot of other things for sale if you're ever interested. Anyway, enough of the sales pitch. I'm out of here, guys. I'm super happy. Thank you for joining me today. Have a great day. And remember, guys, every comic has a story. All right, guys. So I'm back just for a brief moment because I just looked this up on Go Collect to see if I could find a comp, to see if I could find what the value with all 3 signatures on here would be. So interestingly enough, I found a Jenny Frison signed book went for about $245, and these are all prices and things that have gone over the last 2 to 3 months. $245 for a book signed by Jenny Frison. With a book signed by James Tynion and Jenny Frison went for best offer $450, it's $450 with best offer, so you know it wasn't $450. But the best, here's the comp right here. Back at the end of August, this book sold with all 3 signatures for $618, and I'm looking at it right now, and I'm going to tell you that even though it's a little hard to see the Jenny Frison signature right there, you can definitely see what I'm seeing right here on here. What I should do is I should pull a graphic of this so you can see, because I think mine's a much better laid out copy with the signatures than the one I'm seeing here. And it went for, like I said, $618. So there you go. That's what I'm going to value this at right now, is like $618. I don't know. I don't know if it, in the last couple months, if that's gone down or gone up, because I haven't seen any other sales. But there is your sales data for this as of the moment. So that's it, guys. I'm out of here again. Take care, and I will see you for the next episode.